What's up, listeners? This is Kevin from Kevin Lives and It's Kevin's Lens Photography, and you're listening to the ADB Podcast. From the title of this video and the cover of this video, today's episode is about anxiety. For those that don't know, anxiety is a natural human emotion involving feelings of worry, nervousness, and fear, often triggered by stress. Anxiety is something that we all go through. It doesn't matter if you have it or you don't have it, or if it's diagnosed. It really doesn't matter. Anxiety is just something that you really just sometimes you can't control. Some people that have anxiety with their emotions, a lot of people don't know how to control it, for real, and that's what's hard about it, because once they're in the open, they don't know how to control it, and so they don't know what to do. Or because they're going through anxiety, and because they're like having these questions to themselves, you gotta be able to either you gotta be able to allow yourself to be like, all right, let me just breathe, and let me just talk, or let me just be around these people for a certain amount of time and then walk away. You gotta be comfortable with the uncomfortable. You feel me? It doesn't matter if you're, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're around people that you don't know. It doesn't matter if the people that you are with that you do know. It's just you just being yourself and allowing you to just breathe. Like, you feel me? It's just different, because once you observe, and those are people that you don't like, or not for those people you don't like, but for those, like, you observe what you're going through, and you really just be like, all right, let me just breathe. It's gonna make you nervous. It's gonna make you have those what if questions, and those what if questions are gonna be hard for you to go through, because it's like, bro, what happens if he does this? What happens if he go that? And those what ifs can make you feel like time is slowed down. You worrying about what already happened, what you're going through. You lose a track of the now, and once you have those what if questions on like, what happens if he does this? What happens if he will do this? What happens if he already did this? And that shit is really affecting you, because it's, as a person and as you as an individual, your brain, once you have anxiety, and once you're nervous and you're scared, and all those feelings is coming to you, it's really hard for you to go through it, because, like I said, you having these what if questions, and those what if questions is everywhere. Is it like, when I say it's everywhere, it's everywhere. What happens if he dates my what happens if he dates my best friend? What happens if what happens if she doesn't fuck with me? What happens if she doesn't like the way that I'm doing? She doesn't like the way that I dress? What happens if he doesn't like the way that I eat? It's like I said, it's everywhere. Those are just examples. I don't know why I said that, but those are the examples, and it's really hard as a person that's going through anxiety to just breathe. Like I said, it's hard for you to go through all this shit around people, because some people don't know what you're going through. And it's just hard, bro. When I say it's hard, it's very, very hard to go through that shit. And like I said, your brain is constantly thinking about the past and present and future. It's everything. And focus, like, really, like, really just focus on the now. And, like, I know it's gonna sound corny, but Master Oogway said, the past is history, the future is a mystery, and today is the gift. That's why it's called the present. Just breathe. Don't worry about what's going to happen. Don't worry about what already happened. Just breathe. You got this, gang. Just, like, for real, you got this, gang. You don't gotta stress on what's already happened. You don't gotta stress on what could happen. Just live your life. Live dolo solo. A lot of people just be like, all right, fuck it, and go and do it. Those would be like, alright, fuck, I don't know if I should do it. Shit, that shit gonna fuck me up. Or like something, just do it, bro. Those people that do solo dolo, I appreciate y'all though, because y'all just have no fear whatsoever. Y'all only live once, head ass, I swear to God. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you don't just take the time and be like, yo, I'm gonna get hurt, or this gonna affect me in my future. Like, y'all don't think about that shit. Like I said, y'all live dolo solo. Fuck it, do it. And it's like, it's okay to have it's okay to do that shit. But at the same time, everything like I said, that's how life is. Actions have consequences. So because you do this shit, you gonna have a consequence, good or bad. So you feel me? Y'all got it. For those people that be doing that shit, y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it. Cause y'all like y'all mentality is fuck it. I'ma live. I only got this one life. It's not a video game, and it's not no anime. Like you can reincarnate. It's none of that shit. The life is not no anime or video game. You feel me? Y'all have the mentality of bet I only live once. What the fuck is that gonna affect me? If I do that shit right now, the fuck is not gonna affect me. And that shit not gonna affect me, bro. And I'm not saying anxiety is not important, but don't allow people to stress you out when they don't know what you're going through. Feel me? Don't like they don't know what you're going through. They don't know your past. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know how you got here. They don't know why you're here. They don't know nothing about you. Don't let these people stress the fuck. Don't let these people stress you the fuck out, bro. And I mean that to the T, bro. Because if you allow these people to stress you out, knowing that they don't know what you go through, and they don't know how you got here, and you let them stress you out, it's gonna affect you because it's like, who the fuck are you to tell me what I go through? How do I feel? Like I said in the first episode, only you know what's best for you, bro. So don't allow people to stress you out to the point to where you have anxiety and you're nervous and you're scared and you're worried. Like just like I said, just breathe, bro. Inhale in the mouth or exhale through the nose, or inhale through the nose or exhale through the mouth. It don't matter. Pause. But yeah, it's like, bro, like I'm not gonna allow niggas to stress me out to the point to where my anxiety is gonna affect everybody. You feel me? That's not who the fuck I am. Like if for example, if you are stressing out and if I can see that you're stressing out, I'm gonna be like, yo, you good? Alright, bro, just breathe, bro. Just breathe. Focus on like the object or a thing that calms you down, and focus on that shit for like 5 minutes and just breathe. Just breathe, bro. I'm not gonna. I'm like, who am I to stress you the fuck out when you are already stressed? That just makes for those like if you have those friends that stresses you out to the point to where you can't to for you. You have those friends that stresses you the fuck out when you know they're stressing you the fuck out. Take a breath, take a breather, and step away from them, or move away from them, or remove yourself because that shit gonna stress you the fuck out. Even though that's just your friends, feel me? Even though they're your friends and your family member, they're stressing you the fuck out. So remove yourself. And I'm not saying remove yourself to completely like go in your room, lock the door, and just cry. I'm just saying, alright, bro, you stressing me the fuck out. Let me go back in my room before I have an anxiety attack, or I'm fighting niggas, or the facts. Or I'm fighting niggas because y'all won't leave me the fuck alone. And it's for those people that have those parents that be like, no, you're gonna be out until I say you be out, or you gonna go in your room and stay in your room until I say you can come out. Like no, and that's the thing about just today in today's and this generation, people, these teenagers are going through something and they don't have their anxiety is up to the max to where they can't even go to their parents or the people that they are actually comfortable with. And that's when you have those people like today. I was on TikTok just scrolling, and I was like I said, I was on TikTok and scrolling, and a kid didn't want to talk, and the police he went to school with a gun, and the police was called, and he killed himself and committed suicide after school. Bro, if that really his mental had to be like, all right, he's gonna that means he hasn't talked to nobody. He wasn't comfortable of talking to their parents. If you guys are listening to this video, just check on your son or your daughter or your children and be like, are you okay with your mental health? I'm not saying to have a sit down and just kumbaya around a bonfire and just you tell me what's wrong with you tell me what's wrong with you, and then let's figure out some shit. I'm saying, alright, parents, yo, have your son or your daughter, allow them to talk without them, and just let them express themselves. I'm not saying to interrupt them. I'm not saying to not be a parent. I'm just saying allow them to be themselves, feel how they feel without you interrupting them. and let's see what the results are. If you just, I'm telling you, the results are gonna change. If you have a child that is just always in their room and just to themselves, always reading, always doing that, and doesn't come out and they come out when there's only food or there's just a guest coming to the house, they're going through something. And I'm not saying, and that's not a bad thing. They're just hiding themselves from the open so they don't react how the way you don't, and for the way that you don't want them to react. Like I said, if they go in their room and they're staying in their room and only come out when there's only food or there's a guest in the house, they're not doing that shit on purpose. Or they're not doing that shit on accident. They're doing that shit on purpose, because if they go out and they be in the open and they just pretend nothing ever happens, they're going to have an anxiety attack, or they're gonna fight niggas. They're hiding themselves so that they don't have to, for you guys to don't deal with the fuck they're going through. That's why they're always in their rooms, and parents just simply just talk to them, because they're trying to surround the people. They're trying to survive. They're trying to surround themselves with people that brings them peace and calmness. Because in peace, like I said, they're trying to surround themselves with peace and calmness. And for you, it could be with you, it could be with their friend, it could be with anybody. They're trying to calm themselves down and be peaceful before they go into that negative, into the open, and be negative. It's not like focus, like they're trying to focus on the positive so they don't bring out the negative. And that's what's hard about just being a parents, and not just parents, not the parents themselves, but in this generation. Like I said, this generation, either you going through it by yourself, or you having a group of niggas go through it with the same shit or worse. And sometimes it can be good, and sometimes it can be bad. Because if you surround yourself with the same people over and over and over again, it's gonna cause you to be like, all right, I'm surrounding myself with the same people. I already know how it's gonna go play out. I already know what we're gonna do at this specific time. We're gonna do this, this, and this, and then at the end, I'm just gonna go in my room and do this shit. And that's, or it can be a good thing, because you're surrounded. It's a pattern, because you're experiencing the same thing over and over again. You know what's gonna happen, when it's gonna happen, why it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. So let's also be like, all right, bet, I'm used to the same shit over and over again. If it's something's out of line, that's just gonna fuck you up. And that can also lead to it can also lead for that to be bad too. And one way for anxiety, the one way that I learned is, for me to deal with my anxiety, is to think about the 5x5 rule. It's basically, if something won't matter in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes worrying about it. That shit helps me. It helps me, because if I'm going through something, and I'm like, all right, this shit won't affect me in 5 years. Why am I still stuck on this shit? And it's only and I'm spending 5 to 10 minutes on it, knowing it's not gonna affect me in my future. Like, and also some, sometimes that 5x5 rule can also apply to anything else, not just anxiety. Or it also can, not, yeah, fact. So not just anxiety. It's just life itself. Life, like in reality, everybody's gonna focus on this one thing, and of course, as a human, we're gonna be like, all right, what happens if I do this? Would it affect me? Would it affect me in general? Not even just within my future, just in general. And you be like, all right, yeah. So then you worry about it, and then that's what caused you to be anxiety, or that's what caused you to be in your room all the time. And that's what's fucked up about it. About you just dealing with anxiety itself, because you never know with anxiety. You never know if it's gonna be a bad thing. You never know if it's gonna be a good thing. You just have anxiety, and and it's hard for you to talk. It's hard for you to talk with it itself. It's just hard to talk, because you don't know how other people's gonna react to what you say. And then in the fact that we're humans and we can't control what other people say, then it's like, fuck, like you really speaking to me. Or it could be like, "Yeah, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. You're not even helping me." And it's not for people to be like, all right, it's not for people to be like, all right, this person's going through this. I can't help them with this because they're going through it. No, it's like, bro, all right, what's up? You good? Oh, what's up? What happened? Oh shit, word. You want to do this so we can get you, so we can just clear your mind real quick. Nah, all right, bro. I hope everything is going good, bro. Please text me text me when you're home, or text me when everything just chilled out, bro. Cause I'm genuinely trying to see what's up with you, bro. And that's it. It don't gotta be, yo, what's up? Oh, this happened to me. This is exactly what this is. Niggas don't want to hear that shit. Niggas want to go through what they're going through, and for you to be like, all right, well, this is what I'm going through now, just make it seem like you're focused on yourself and rather not even helping me. Cause I went to you because I thought you was about to be on some cool shit, but now you just made the shit messy. You just made the shit even worse. So now I gotta get away from you and then deal with this shit by myself. That's what a lot of people and teenagers are going through, because it's like, bro, they're going to other teenagers, they're going to their best friend, and their best friend doesn't go through what they're going through. So that even if their best friend, their closest nigga, or their closest homegirl or homeboy, if they're not going to them, well, if they go to them and they be like, all right, I don't know. They're fucked up and they're mentally, cause it's like, bro, like I'm going through something. I'm going to you because I'm having anxiety. I don't know what to do, and for you to give them the same advice niggas gave you, now it's gonna make it seem like, bro, what is you helping me for? Cause it, advice is something that you can take or don't take. It's a get and give, because you can get the advice or you can give it to another person, and that shit either can help you or will not. It's gonna go in when if it doesn't go through, if it doesn't help you, the shit gonna go in your ear and out the other, because you're not going through this shit. And what the fuck? And because I'm not going through that shit, why am I even dealing with this shit? Like the same thing. This is, for example, that's the same thing with the 5x5 rule. Either it's gonna help you right now, or if it doesn't help you in 5 years, why am I focusing on it for these 5 minutes or these couple minutes? Because what the fuck? It just doesn't make sense. And anxiety is like I said, anxiety is something that you can control or you can't control, and it's really hard to control it, because you gotta be a calm and peaceful nigga for you to control your anxiety without even taking medicine. And I don't know if medicine helps you or not, because personally I don't, excuse me, but I know other people that do, and they still have anxiety. So for me, I don't really like, when it comes to mental health. I don't believe that medicine can help with your mental health. Yeah, it can just dilate your body, and you for having a panic attack. Well, not dilate your body, because yeah, not dilate your body, but it can calm your body. But mentally, as a human, your brain is always moving about everything. So I don't know, but like I said, it just anxiety. It's just anxiety. If you guys have anxiety, please just have that one person that you can talk to, or not. Please have that one person. Just find that one person. It doesn't have to be your closest nigga. It doesn't have to be a nigga that you don't talk to at all. It could be your simple. I don't give a fuck if you go to your dog. Go to your dog and really talk about everything, bro. Go to them, talk, and let your dog just bark at you and just play with you. I'm telling you, that shit gonna get you out of your mind. If you really like your dog for real, your dog will play with you, and he's gonna bark, and you just play with a toy, give them food, water. It don't matter. Just spend time with your dog. Allow them to lay on you, and you just talk about everything. Watch. They're just gonna be asleep, or they're gonna play with you, because they don't talk back. Only me, they bark, but they don't talk back. So that could be your one person that you could talk about everything, and be like, if you're having anxiety and you can't get it off your brain, talk to your dog. Fuck yeah. But I'll just try to find that one person that you could talk to about anything, and whether anxiety, whether just life, like anything, bro. Um, you gotta be comfortable with the uncomfortable, bro. If you don't like talking to people, if you don't know how to talk to people, talk to yourself in the mirror. And then once you talk to yourself, no gay shit, bro. But talk to yourself in the mirror, or talk to yourself on the phone, or not even on the phone. Record yourself, or like find things that you can talk, because once you talk, it's gonna allow you to get that shit off your chest and be like you can finally breathe because it's off your chest. And once it's off your chest, that shit was once you get you, it's gonna feel like this. It's gonna be like a fucking boulder is on. It's gonna feel like a boulder is on your chest. It's mad heavy, and you're struggling to get it off your chest, and you're struggling to move. And once you finally push that motherfucker off, you can finally breathe properly. That's how anxiety works. You're going through all this shit. Your mom is saying some crazy shit. Your dad is beating up your mama. Your brothers, you getting bad grades. They yelling at you because you having bad grades. In reality, you have good grades, but they just yelling at you for no damn reason. You have a whole clean room, but the kitchen is dirty, and or no, the kitchen is clean, but your room's dirty, and they just barge in your room and they just say clean your fucking room. You didn't have to clean the kitchen. They yelling their asses off to you, and you finally just talk, and you finally be like, you know what, mom, you right. Let me go clean my room up, but let me go clean the kitchen. Or you know what? I got good grades. Y'all just bugging, bro. Facts, cause I have good grades, but it's like, bro, bro, can you just once you talk for real, and you just get that shit off your chest, it's gonna feel like like you could finally fucking breathe, bro. Like it's gonna feel, like I said, it's gonna feel like a heavy ass boulder. Once you really talk and you get that, and you get eaten, and niggas help you get that boulder off your chest, you can finally breathe, and it can be easier for you to to for you to breathe for real because you finally got that shit off your chest, and you had people to lift that fucking boulder up and lift your problem up, and they help you solve your problem. That now you can breathe for real because you have those people that you really fuck with. But if you don't have those people that you really fuck with, it's gonna be hard for you to get that boulder off. And as you struggle, and as you continue to struggle and struggle, you're gonna get the boulder is gonna get heavier and heavier and heavier because you don't want because you can't talk, or because you don't have those people around you to really help you for real. And I'm not saying you have to have those people. I'm not saying you need those people. It will help you grow as a person, and as a son, as a daughter, as a basketball player. It doesn't matter what you is. It's gonna help you in life itself because at least you have that one person you can talk to. If you don't, like I said in the first episode, I apologize, and I really hope that you can find that one person, or you can just listen to this video and you can really just be like, alright, bet this like a young nigga really speaking his shit, but. Like this whole entire podcast said, it's okay to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. If you're not used to talking to people, I would recommend to you at least try to talk to yourself. Like I said, go talk to your dog or record yourself. But at least you're talking. At least you're not trying to deal. At least you're not dealing with this shit by yourself, or at least you're not trying to commit suicide, or at least you're not trying to be all depressed. But at least you're talking. But yeah, bro. It's like I said, as a teenager, anxiety it's a hard thing to go through. It's a hard emotion to go through, and like it's it's a hard emotion to go through for real, bro. And um, if you have, like I said throughout the whole entire shit, if you have anxiety, I recommend, like I said throughout the whole entire shit, like I recommend just finding that one person that you really you could really talk to for real. And I'm not saying that to talk to you all the time. You could talk, but allow that person to listen. So you call your friend or call your homeboy or call your homegirl and be like, yo, can I just talk to you real quick? And can I talk to you real quick? And you just listen to what I have to say. What I don't like. I don't want you to talk or anything like that. Can you just listen real quick? And then once you finally get that shit off your chest, you can breathe and shit. Then it's for you to give them an opportunity to be like, all right, what do you think I should do? Or you feel me? Like, I'm really going through that shit. What can I do? What can I do for me to move on, or me to move to facts for me to move on? And then you allowing them to talk, but at the same time, you gotta understand, once you have talked and they have listened, You have to do the same. You have to let them talk and you have to listen. And you can't make they can't make you change your choices that you're going to make or will make. Or you could they can't change your behavior. They can't do that shit. And that goes for vice versa too. You can't change their opinion. You can't change their opinion. You can't change their emotion or how they feel. But you can only give them with your input, and if they and let it go from there. You can't like you can't you there's it's not humanly possible for another person to control how another nigga feels. That's not possible. So you like they gave you respect of you listening, of them listening and you talking. Gotta get the same shit as them back. Don't interrupt them. Don't do none of that. Just allow them to talk. So and then that's how y'all build a bond and that's how y'all build up your friendship because y'all allowing each other to speak. I got a homegirl, bro. Her name Anna. Been my homegirl since 5 years, and me and her just be talking, and it's not as a girl, but like a best friend, the best for homegirl or homeboy. Like I'm trying to get with her. I'm not even trying to do that shit, bro. I can come to her if I'm crying, if I'm mad, if I'm happy, and she's still gonna man, she gonna either lose her shit with me, she gonna cry with me, she gonna be happy with me, she gonna like be excited. Like that's my homegirl, that's my sis for real, because she understands what I'm going through, and we have that bond and our friendship where if I'm talking, then she'll listen. She won't interrupt me. She won't do none of that. And if she's talking, I won't interrupt her, and I'll just listen. And then when she says, "What should I do?" or if she asks it like a question, I'll answer my input, and she will listen. And it's for her to either go through it or to listen what I have to say. And if she don't, she don't. If she do, she do. But it's like that's what I said to find that one person that you really fuck with and you really have a bond with, because if y'all really do have a bond with each other, y'all gonna figure that shit out together, and they're not gonna make you go through that shit alone. Like I want you to know that you are never alone. Like there's one like I had to learn it like this. There's always that one person that's gonna stay by your side and really fuck with you as a person and as a human fucking being, bro. And once you find that one person, keep that motherfucker by your hip and don't let that motherfucker go. And I'm not talking about a Glock. I'm talking about the nigga. I'm talking about the nigga, your homegirl, your homeboy, whatever it is. Don't let that motherfucker go. You better clutch that motherfucker and don't let that shit spray. Feel me? So, but yeah, just having that one person will help you throughout life itself, bro. And that will help you with your anxiety too, because like, a lot of anxiety, a lot of anxiety is just you don't want to let people down, or you're worried about what other people say about you, and that's just part of life. People are gonna have good shit to say behind your back, or a lot of people gonna have bad shit to say behind your back. It's just part of life. Niggas are always gonna have good and bad opinions about you, whether you like it or not. That's just part of life, bro. But it's up to you to let that shit affect you, and you can either say fuck y'all niggas, I'ma do me, or you can dwell on that. You can be like, all right, bet, what's up, nigga, and fade after that shit. But it's not even about y'all fighting. Niggas are gonna have their, like I said, niggas gonna have their opinions, whether it's good or bad, and you just gotta learn from it, or just walk away from the shit. It's not for you to react to the shit, because now your anxiety is gonna turn into anger, and once those two shits mix, who knows what's going to happen, or the reaction that you're gonna give, or who knows what the reaction the other person's gonna give, and now it's gonna be two motherfuckers just fighting, and life is not about that, and teenagers should not be fighting over something that is dumb, over dumb shit they shouldn't be fighting for. And it really took me a minute to understand and control my anxiety, or what I go through and what can help me with my anxiety, for me to talk about this shit. So right now on this podcast, I'm nervous as hell just talking about what I'm going through. That shit scary as fuck, cause I don't know who's listening right now. And if this shit is really helping you, I would like to continue to do it. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But it's just hella, like right now I'm going through anxiety right now, because I don't know, I'm nervous as fuck right now, because I don't know who the fuck, like I said, I don't know who the fuck is listening. So but I'm gonna continue to do this shit because I don't give a fuck who tells me this podcast shit not gonna work out. I don't give a fuck. I'ma still do me. And that's just how I learned, and that's just how I grew up, and who I am. I don't give a fuck what niggas say about me, and it's not like I'm cocky and shit, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna listen to niggas telling me, oh, this shit is bad, and focus on the negative. I'm a positive nigga, so I'm gonna do nothing but positivity. I'm gonna continue to do me. I'm gonna continue doing these podcasts, and I'm gonna do me. And I want to inspire and help you guys do the exact same. If you guys want to do this, if you guys want to be a famous artist, if you want to be a famous rapper, if you want to be a famous author, a chef, you want to be a famous photographer, you want to be the best fucking at the best you could possibly be, go for that shit. And it's not just, and don't be like, oh fuck my anxiety, I'm gonna be worrying about everybody. What if they do this shit? I'm gonna feel nervous. I'm just scared. Like, no, nigga, find. That's why I said I appreciate these solo dolo niggas. Find a nigga that you say solo dolo. If you find a friend that say solo dolo, they're gonna encourage you to do the same. And whether it's good or bad, fuck it. And but they like find a friend that has that solo dolo mentality, and you just learn from them, because they genuinely are the best they can they're the most happiest niggas that you will ever find. And I'm not saying their anxiety is different from yours, and I'm not saying they're the same, because like I said, everybody going through anxiety in different forms and different ways that they go through it. And there's different ways how they, like, facts, how they go through it, and what are they going through. It might not be the same, and it might not be different, but y'all going through anxiety. And the solo dolo niggas, they will push their emotion aside, and they will do whatever the fuck they want to do, because like I said, like, because how they are solo dolo, motherfucker. I only live once, and they'll do that shit, bro. So, and I'm like, I'm telling you, them. Like I said throughout this whole entire episode, anxiety is a different emotion than happy, sad, and all of those different emotions. Anxiety is something that can actually really fuck with you for real, if you can't control it. And, you gotta be, like I said, you gotta be a calm and peaceful nigga for you to go through that shit, and really just be like, all right, man, and be a master, not a master, but know how to control that motherfucker for real, for real. And once you do, and once you do know how to control that shit, then you could be a person that someone that can talk to, and for you to listen. And because you already go through that shit, like I said in the first episode, there's niggas that's going through the same shit that you are going through, or something worse. So don't think that like you're the only one, cause you're not. I'm telling you, there's niggas that they're going through way worse than you, and I'm not saying that shit's not important. I'm not saying you out of all people shouldn't have anxiety. I'm not saying that shit. If you have anxiety, I recommend, like I said throughout this whole, like I've been saying, I'm sorry I keep saying that shit, but like I've been saying, find that one person that can really help you with your anxiety, bro, because that shit they're gonna help you, bro. And if they're really your friend, or their best friend, your homegirl, or your homeboy, they really gonna help you, bro. That's all for today's podcast. I appreciate y'all for listening, and remember to always dream big, y'all. Peace out.